Today's video is about making jump lead, a little test jump leads with crocodile clips. Now I've got these which I've already made. I need something with a lot longer, so well, half a metre long. So today's video is going to be about how to make up one of these leads for yourself for testing. But as always, I need some now. I've got another video which we're doing about a fuel pump on an old MGA 1600, which I need some test leads for, and I don't need them tomorrow. Even though Amazon's good, it's going to come tomorrow. I need some jump leads today. So I want to show you how to quickly make some jump leads yourself really quickly. Okay. Now I've got a bit ahead of myself here because I'm in a bit of a rush. But if you've got a cable like that, you find an old cable like that you're not using or anything like that, just cut it with a pair of pliers. So you've got it off there. You don't need to cut it this or anything. You just literally pull it. Yeah, so you've got your leads at the top there, then you hold two and you pull one, and you'll get a little bit like that, and then you keep pulling, and then it'll rip all the way down like that, as you can see. So I've done that with this. Look, and we've got them all here. Look, and they've all come all the way down there to there. I'm gonna go get some pliers. I'm gonna cut that, and I'm gonna go and get the other tools that I need. Okay, I'm back. I've got my pair of pliers. I've got 2 cents there. So I'm going to put out my pocket. I've got a couple of clips here which I'm going to connect to that. Okay, so first things first, we've bared it right back to there. So literally, yeah, don't leave things like that around, especially if you've got kids, because they might plug it in and then give themselves a shock. So just bin that. So that's going to be thrown away. Right, so we've now got these things. So what we're going to do is we're going to bare off the cables on the end. So here are the cables. Look. And you see I've bared one off with the pliers, so I've just clipped it and just pulled them off there. So I'll do that to this one as well, and then we're going to start putting these into there. But the first things first, we need to get the Dremel out. And this, I can remember from last time I used it, is a bit low on gas, but basically you just go like that, yeah, and you can hear no gas. So I need to charge it up from behind like that, and just use your standard gas here. Well, there's not a lot in there, but I've got another one downstairs. But I'm just going to fill this up with gas. Okay, fill that with gas. Look, and then you'll hear. There we are. Still light. And it's got a lock on the side there. Push that lock like that. Look, and it's now working by itself. Okay, so it's got an exhaust port there, so you've got to be careful you don't burn. Okay, coming out the top there. So we let that warm up for a second, and then we'll bare off the other cables in here. So let me do that. That one's bared off, and then you twist it. Keep them all together. And then with these, the important thing with these, again I said there's links to these in the description. That comes out of there like that, look. It's got a little hole in there, like that. So I'm going to thread that in there, poking out, and then we'll start soldering it. See, look, that's gone through that hole there. And then I'm just going to, with the pliers, crimp up those little pointy bits there to hold it. They're crimped up there, look, so that holds it like that. I'm now going to get the pliers and cut that a bit shorter, and then we can solder it. The classic problem, I forgot to put the sheath on before I did that, so always remember, slide that on first before you connect that up to there. Sheath is on, so now I'll put that back in there. I've left a little bit sticking up like that, and then what I'll do is I'll push those down and flatten them out. They're flattened down now, and now I'm going to solder that with a soldering iron. So you just need somewhere to hold that still, so I just put it in the mouth of the pliers. Now I'm going to put my soldering iron on there. And fortunately, I haven't got my tripod with me, which I know I've got to get. I think one of our brilliant subscribers has sent me one, which I've got to open, but I wanted to do an opening video for that. So I'm just going to solder that there. So I'm going to put the soldering on there, heat it up for a bit. Don't try and put the solder straight away, because this has to get really, really hot. So we'll heat this up for a while, and then we'll put the solder on it. So I'm just going to basically put the soldering iron like that. I'll put that on there for a while to heat up, and then look at that, lovely. Works out lovely. That's why these things are brilliant. I love them. So put a good link to that in the description. But yeah, so that's soldered on there. So we'll let that cool for a minute. It's cooled a bit, then you slide that back over it. So look, we've got a protected little thing. So I'm now going to do that with all the other ones. So that I'll have hopefully a set of 3 here. As I say, I've ordered them some off of the internet, but as always, I need these right now today. I've got the MG is stuck in the garage and it's got to get out for tomorrow. So I haven't got time to wait. So I'm now going to solder up all the rest of these, and I'll be back in a minute. I've just done another one. Anyone who's done soldering knows that it's always a pain, because you've got to hold the thing and you've got one hand with the solder and one hand with the soldering iron. So I find yourself a pair of pliers that are actually a bit stiff. which these are, and they're like a little vice. So you just like hold them in there like that, and you can just solder that quite nicely like that, and then just take them out. Look, so it's just something to hold it there, or if you've got a little vice or something, it's good. Okay. Now to get that back up, now we've soldered it up. Look, it's really difficult. So what you do is you open that up like that, and you stick something in, stuck it on there, so then you can just do that like that. Look, now it's there. There we are. Done. Job done. Lovely. So that now, I think that one's there. It's got both ends done. So that's how you do it. So I'm now going to do that on the remaining 2, and then I've got 3 long leads, which I've made myself. It's taken me literally 10 or 15 minutes to do. So I need them right away. And while we haven't finished yet, though, the most important thing, these are going to be used for testing. So we need to make sure that the testers themselves are okay. So we need to now check the continuity between there and there, which means that basically that's all a good connection, because we might find this was chucked out because it was broken, in which case we're testing with a lead that's got a break somewhere in it. So now I need to do this continuity. So stick with us, and while you're here, if you like the video, subscribe or give me a thumbs up. Send me any comments you've got. Come and join the family of fellow fixers and getting empowerment from doing it and things like that. Saving yourself some money, but also learning about things in the process. And you'll find it's quite contagious, because once you start getting the confidence, you'll start doing bigger and bigger jobs, and especially with the car stuff we do. I mean, you save a lot of money. But it's not just the money now, it's the time. You know, you book it in the garage, you've got to organise it, getting there, getting back. Maybe the garage doesn't give you a courtesy car. That's all a pain in the arse, and that's sometimes not factored into doing it yourself. If you do it yourself, you can do it whenever you want and at your time. That suits you. Right, so we've got here now the continuity is there, the one with the... There we are. So that means that I can test whether or not there's any continuity. So if I take this one here, well, I've only got one hand because I'm doing the thing. If I clip that on there like that, look. There we are. Now if I get the other one, now if I touch that, look, that's working. So that's telling me that I've got continuity all the way through there. That's good. So I'm going to go through and I'll test each cable like that, and then I'll know I've got continuity and they're good to test, because there are people that have done that, fix these, and then they suddenly find out that the blooming tester's broken, so they're getting false results and everything. So now I can go on and start doing the other video that I'm doing. I haven't got any. Normally I have my orange gloves on, guys, but I haven't got them today. I've run out. I'll go through stacks of those gloves. So if you feel like buying me some gloves, you can do so on the description. Anyway, see you on the next video, and just remember, the most important thing of everything is just remember always, you can do it, and we'll see you in the next video. So now I've got 2 there. I've got I need to get some more clips to do the 3rd one, so I only had 4, but they can go in here. I use this all the time. Brilliant. So it's got the tester and then all my little clips in it, and then wagger connectors and stuff in case I need to do stuff, so I can use that. And because that was a power lead, it's got a good thickness of cable, so I can do all sorts of things with those leads, because some of the test leads are really minute for like electronic boards, and you don't want to be running any serious power down them, which you might do in a car. Zip it all up, and I've got it all there as a little package. So I say that's good. I'll zip that up. There we are, all zipped. Look, my little kit. All right, soldering on. Now you've got to wait for these to cool down, obviously, before you put them back. Yeah, that's cooled down. That sits in there, that's on there, that's done there. That's what we need. We need some pliers, and we needed some cable. So just get yourself some cable from a power lead. Then you know it can take a decent current. Then we've got the gas, which we used. And now I can drink my cup of tea. Sit here and drink a cup of tea and have a look at our mountain. You can do it.